What's up, Panther fans? You know this is Panthers 89. I mean, I guess that's what we expected. I mean, I don't really know what that was. Uh, the team seemed to play a bit more inspired, right? It definitely seemed like we had maybe a little more juice, but I mean, that was one of the weirdest offensive game plans I've ever seen. It was very similar to almost like a little league football game. You know, kids, they can't throw that far, so a lot of times it ends up being just little passes, you know, not really going anywhere, mostly runs, just kind of, oh, it's 3rd and 7, we'll just run it, you know. That's what it reminded me of. I thought the defense played pretty well. The offense was a bit confusing. Like, I know PJ Walker is not like an extremely good player by any means. I'm not saying he is, but he can throw the ball. I mean, we've seen him have some okay games where he's thrown it, right? He's 10 of 16 for 60 yards today. And I think he had one completion that was caught past the line of scrimmage. Everything was like a screen or like a swing pass, or like there was just, I mean, there was nothing. It was weird. It was honestly one of the weirdest NFL games I've ever watched in the sense of offensively. And looks like Robbie Anderson lost his shit on the sidelines, probably for a couple reasons. One, I think, is he's Matt Rule's boy. Matt Rule's fired, you know, so he's like, man, why y'all fire Matt Rule? And he's in his feelings about it a bit, I'm sure. But also, he was probably going, hey, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing? Throwing screen passes like every time? And I mean, I think he wasn't in on some 3rd downs, but I don't know what that was. Honest to God. I mean, but you know, it keeps us on track, get number 1 overall pick. I don't see how we can be removed from that. Definitely seems like there was more buy-in from the guys today, but we'll see if that lasts. If this is the offense Wilkes is going to have ran for the rest of the year, it's going to be a long rest of the year. I mean, we scored 3 points on our opening drive, and that was it. I mean, you're talking about a pick six, so the points we got, no points in the second half. I mean, we had the play there at the end where McCaffrey almost scores on another like swing pass, screen pass, whatever the hell it was, and of course we throw a pick. But it was domination by the Rams. We had 200 yards total for the game, 8 first downs. I mean, compare that to the Rams. They had 22 first downs. I mean, that's ridiculous. The only thing I could say that was a bit went against us was we did have that one drive going where McCaffrey comes up short 3 yards and gets absolutely, you know, just slammed to the ground, lifted off his feet. Should have been a penalty there by the rule. Didn't get that, so that derailed our kind of one other good drive I felt like we had going. But I mean, other than that, it was just, I mean, that was piss poor offense. Let's just hope we don't have to watch Sam Darnold out there next week. I'd rather watch PJ again, I guess. I don't even know. I really don't even want to watch this team. But there's something inside of me that says I must watch every one of these dreadful ass games. So, yeah, I don't really have any more thoughts on it other than that. You may see Robbie Anderson released or traded for a bag of peanuts. Which I wouldn't mind. I've never been the biggest fan of Robbie. I'd like to see guys like Terrence Marshall get in there, see what he can do, or get a little more opportunity for Smith. And I just more, you know, we'll see what the younger guys got. We know who Robbie is. I mean, I think he's a guy that got paid and got lazy, but, you know, I could be wrong on that. I don't really know the guy. All I know about him is he doesn't know the difference between a Panther and a Bear, so that's good enough for me to cut him. And, yeah, go to 1-5 now on the year. Season's pretty much done. I guess we're, you know, hoping for C.J. Stroud at this point, which is, you know, looking phenomenal for Ohio State. But never means anything when a guy dominates in college. I mean, look at Justin Fields right now in the Bears. He looks like an absolute bum, which I wanted the Panthers to draft him. So I guess I'm glad we didn't. But he can't push the ball down the field, it seems, very well. But I don't know, maybe that's coaching there as well. So, but yeah, I think that's about all for this video. So thanks for watching. Go Panthers.